If we can't do a socialism, here's 5 laws that would make me tolerate a capitalism. This comment was only for one law, but I cannot pick just one law, so you're just gonna have to bear with me. Also, get ready, because I'm going to lose a lot of followers over this. So if you're ready for the inevitable shitstorm, let's get going. First off, owners of unoccupied housing pay 3 times the property tax for each unoccupied unit, and rent is capped at 75% of the estimated monthly payment if that property were to be sold. Which means you cannot hoard empty units, and you cannot profit off of renting. The only exception is rent to own, which is now only cancelable by the seller if the buyer is 6 months overdue. That's it. You may be thinking, hey, that first rule just says fuck landlords. Yeah. Second off, credit stores are now abolished, period. All credit history has a rolling 2-year reset. That way, if you run into bad times or if you have identity theft, it won't hurt you for the rest of your freaking life. And if people aren't mad yet, they're gonna be mad at number 3. Minimum wage is now determined by the ability to pay the national median rent, medical costs, food costs, and utilities within 100 work hours. Universal basic income is now a thing and is also factored that way. Which means if you just want to be able to stay alive while you go to school, you can do that. You won't have a lavish lifestyle, but you'll at least be able to be alive. Also, people who qualify for disabilities get an added pay from universal basic income. Alright, number 4. All income, and this includes increased wealth from investment growth that exceeds 50 times your company's lowest salary, is taxed at 99%. So if your lowest worker makes $725, that means your top salary is $754,000 a year. If you want to get paid more, then you have to be more competitive with what you pay your employees. And last but not least, Medicaid is now available for everyone. Everyone. And it includes gender-affirming care and has to be accepted everywhere, period. Every single doctor's office, every single specialist, every single hospital has to accept Medicaid now. Which means private insurance companies need to lower their cost and increase their value, or they can go out of business. Sucks to suck. By the way, most European countries have some of, if not all of these already. And also in the US, we used to have a lot of these in history. Maximum wage, competitive minimum wage, and a lack of credit scores and credit history. Before Ronald Reagan, top earners were taxed at 73%, but Ronald Reagan took it down to 28%. FICO actually wasn't introduced until 1989. And it also wasn't until Reagan that minimum wage stagnated and stopped being a living wage. Before Ronald Reagan, it actually only took about 9 days on minimum wage to pay median rent. And many countries have adopted universal basic income, either from a pilot or permanently. And the list of countries that have universal healthcare is too long to put in a 3-minute video. All of these things either totally could work in the United States or totally did work in the United States until they were repealed.